Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to have with us today Mr. Clifford Charles, and he's going to tell us a bit about his new album, Homeward Bound. As you would know, Mr. Charles has been active, very active on the jazz scene here in Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the Caribbean. Right? He has also performed internationally, and he has released numerous records. And today, we'd like to speak with him a bit about his new record, Homeward Bound. So, Mr. Charles, tell us a bit about Homeward Bound, and how before we get there, how many albums have you released thus far in your career?
I say 4, but it's been 4.
Alright, so
and what we have Just in Time, Downtown Scarborough, some people in the latest would be Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. Great. So, what's different about Homeward Bound? This album?
Well, Homeward Bound is really more about arrangements of soca into smooth jazz. And the album is really about arrangements of soca music, whereas the other albums were really smooth jazz originals, with 1 or 2 arrangements of soca in it, of course, but this one is in particular is only soca arrangements. Great.
So this whole concept of soca smooth jazz, what exactly is soca smooth jazz, and what are you trying to convey to your fans with this?
Smooth soca jazz. Well, it's really what I've been doing all the time. The way I play is very smooth. And my compositions are usually very smooth, and therefore the way I arrange these arrangements are more or less in the smooth jazz setting. So I consider it to be, smooth soca jazz.
Great. It sounds quite innovative, combining our local music with jazz, and bringing that innovation to the forefront. So I think we need more of that in our local music industry.
Yeah. A lot of people doing stuff like that as well.
Yes.
So it's great for the industry.
Great. So who are some of the people that you have working with you on this album? Who are some of the musicians?
Oh well, on this album, it's really musicians that I've been working with for quite some time. In fact, some of the guys are the only set of musicians I've ever worked with since I've come into the jazz arena. And you have people like Sean Friday on bass, and Mr. David Richards on drums. And we have from Syndicates, Mr. Ron Black, who played keyboard on this particular project. But also we have our next keyboardist that we work with as well, and his name is Derek Kadoka.
So great, quite a lot of impressive names, big names on the local circuit here. So it's great that you had and you were able to benefit from that on Homeward Bound. What about recording and production? Who did you work with this time around, studio-wise?
Well, we went in for one evening and we did the recording at Studio J at Marva. We went in there and we spent a couple of hours and recorded the arrangements.
Great. And what about the musical arrangements? I know that. How many tracks do you have on the album?
Oh, we have 8 tracks all on the album, and 5 arrangements and 3 originals. The 3 originals were done at my home studio, and 5 arrangements were done at studio.
Great. And what about the arrangements? Who did the arrangements?
Alright. David Richards, very talented indeed, who is now abroad in Canada studying full-end studies in music. He did Just Call My Name by this track. That's the first track, first cut of the CD. And he did the arrangement for that. Very nice arrangement. The others were done by himself.
Great. So certainly a lot of work has gone into Homeward Bound. lot of impressive names. So in your arrangement of Homeward Bound or even recording, did you develop any relationship with any one song in particular or any group of songs? What should you say is?
Well, I like the song that stand out for me, and the one that I like from day one was Different Theology. From the time I heard Different Theology by Punchy Garden, I said I have to do that song, I have to do arrangement of that song. So I took it and I listened it for a period of time, learned the melody, being able to sing the melody in my head, learn the chords that he used, or his arranger used. And after which I took the song and arranged it according to the vibes I had and the song I had in my head for it.
Great. What about your fans? What would you like to give to your fans through this album? What are you saying to them?
Well, this really is this album is really a call from the fans to do. They have on many occasions when the band perform jazz festivals and engagements, and we play these arrangements. People always ask, do you have this on CD? I'll tell them no. They say, well, why don't you put it on CD? Why don't you do that beautiful arrangements? Why don't you take it and record it? And I mean, I've been getting that for some time now, so I decided that to do it. And plus, it's something I've been doing for quite some time. Even before getting into the jazz circle, I've always arranged for calypsonians. Calypso competitions, arranging horn lines and chords and everything. So I custom arranging calypso, spending time. And my foundation comes from there as well. With 4 years in Kitchener Review, playing with Atlantic, Traffic, Horizon, touring, recording with Shadow on his Rose Match hit, Stranger and Horn, I played guitar and all that. So I mean, I've been in the circle for quite some time, and it comes natural to me. It comes natural to me to arrange a calypso or soca. Culture.
Yes, certainly, and a lot of experience performing out there, and certainly hear it in the music as well. Yeah. So, where can people get this album if they're interested? Where will it be available?
Well, the album will be available at Cleves, Camps, Long Circular, Crosby, St. James, Brian's in Gulf City Complex, Laramie, if you're in South. Also, you can download my music on iTunes, buy the hard copy on Amazon or download it. Also CD, Rhapsody, quite a few of the major download sites you can get my music.
Great, so I see that you have all the distribution channels covered. You have the hard copy physical as well as on iTunes and Amazon. Yes, so you can get it at whichever country they're in.
Yeah.
You can purchase the album. Right. So certainly it was great chatting with you today, and I want to wish you all the best with Homeward Bound. I've listened to some of your music and I think it's quite impressive. All the best with Homeward Bound.
Thank you. And you can check out the website